WWF In Your House, Degeneration X 1997. The final pay-per-view for WWF in 1997, and boy howdy are they going out on a weird note. We got Ken Shamrock in the main event. We got a boxing match. Butterbean is here. Goldust is chained up. But at the same time, it was like kind of an enjoyable show. A real hidden gem. Gem is maybe too generous. It's a real hidden... What's below gem? It's like a hidden penny? It's like when you find a penny on the ground. You weren't looking for a penny, but you got it, and now it's here. Now you're 1 cent richer. This show was worth 1 cent, but you are worth so much more. You're worth at least 7 cents. So stick right there. Put your coins in my coin slot. Pull the lever and see what comes out. Plop, hop. It's a podcast. It's the Apron Bump Podcast.
It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what hard is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock this. Let's get started.
What's up, everybody? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to the Apron Bump Podcast. I am your host, the hardest part of the ring, Kyle. How is everybody doing today? Are you ready for a little Degeneration X in your house? Whatever number it is, 78, who knows? But we are here towards the end of the In Your House era, the very end of 1997, at least for WWF. We do have one more WCW show to cover, and the reason that's relevant, you'll find out here at the end of this episode when the hardest promotion battle of 1997 continues, where we pit WWF against WCW against ECW, a little three-way dance action to see which promotion was the hardest, aka which was the best in 1997. Currently, WCW is ahead on the scoreboard, and you might be asking yourself, hardest part of the ring, what is this scoreboard? What drives the points? What's worth what? What are we looking at? Well, Daddy, let me tell you, we'll explain it all at the end of the podcast, but we look at the best and the worst of the year in terms of in-ring, out-of-ring, characters, storylines, pay-per-views. We get into it all, baby, so I promise it'll be a fun time here at the end. But on the way there, the juice, the meat of this podcast, it's bloody. You cut into it, it is just dripping and juicy. Got a little char on the outside. Man, I would slab this. My guest, I would cut him, slab him on a skillet, and eat him up until I was sick. It's a bizarre way to introduce my guest, but Matt from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast returning to the show. Always a fun old time with my boy Double T. If you are not listening to the Shining Wizards, I just don't know what the heck you're doing with your life. Pardon my language. The Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, they do it all, baby. They talk the current product. They do interviews. They talk about stuff that the JCW, Jersey, or is it Jack Off Championship? I don't know what the J stands for, but boy howdy, if you want to hear about some current day Vince Russo, they'll talk about it. And of course, all of the major scuttlebutt in the WWE and AEW, New Japan, all that stuff. They do games, they do segments, they kiss each other on the mouth, four-way smooching. It's a good old time. So go check out the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, live every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and all of that good stuff. And of course, you can listen to wherever you listen to podcasts. All of their info is in the description below. Same for me. Follow me at Apron Bump on all the social medias. With that, I think we can get just right into this bad boy. It's a wacky show, but it's a fun one, and I'm excited for you to experience it in your ears, eyes, and mouth. With that, let's get into it, baby. WWF In Your House, Degeneration X, with myself and Matt from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. All right. Anyways, let's do that again. Hey, Matt, how are you? Pretend like you just came in. I'll edit it.
No, I get it. I've done these a while now. Yeah, let's try it again. Run it back.
Whoa, what the fuck, Matt? Where'd you come from? Gee
Ah.
whiz.
Well, I just had to, put up the drawbridge to the Wizard's Castle before I came up to
Wizard's Castle. That's a really fun thing you just made up there. Wow.
Yeah. I heard it through the grapevine.
Wow. Is that what you call me?
Yes.
What's that from? What
Things are different now that there's no HJC on the Wizards.
Yeah. No hand jibbers to be given. You guys are just all blue balled up, huh?
Yeah. So I came over here to release get rid of the blue balls.
Oh, or get rid of the green balls because of the event, because of the color palette related to the faction of the event that this is named after. I just forgot to breathe for a second there.
I purposely didn't cut my fingernails so I could pick the boogers out of my nose for this episode.
Dude, what are we doing with this Degeneration X in your house, man? This show is I've never seen the show before, and I don't know if I hated it. I don't think I hated it. I actually think I liked it at some points, but it was an interesting one. What is overall? Because you're like the number one Shawn Michaels guy in this community.
He's the best, real stand-up individual,
particularly this version, right?
It's you know what though, it's okay because he found Jesus now, so him being a giant piece of shit for this portion of his life, it's forgiven. Even though, depending on who you listen to, he's still a pretty big piece of fucking shit. Turning into a fucking cyclops. What an asshole.
Come on now. He can't help it, man. He found Jesus. He's made efforts to make amends. It's all good in the hood now with old Mikey Hicken.
No, he's sucking on that lollipop like it's Vince's cock.
Is it red, do you think?
Ha! Goddamn, pal. You bet it is.
Call yourself Brock Lesnar while you suck it. But any hoozle. In your what's wrong, Matt?
No, I have not watched. I've seen all these pay-per-views.
Sure.
Right? Because that was the thing growing up. Order the pay-per-views. You have people over, you watch the pay-per-views. I fucking put them on VHS tapes. I've never gone back and watched any of them. So watching this is the first time I've watched this in close to 30 years.
Wow. And
I wish you could have been here when I put it on and they went through the card. Butterbean Marc Mero. I was so excited.
Perhaps match of the night. I mean, maybe.
No, I forgot half of the shit even happened.
It's a wacky one. I mean, first of all, just the fact that it's just called Degeneration X. What are your thoughts on that? We'll just name it after two dudes on our roster. Would you?
I mean, they're capitalizing off of the Montreal screw job, right? In your house up until this point has had a name,
right? But they're not naming it like WWF Wildman Marc Mero. You know what I mean? They're giving it like a evergreen type of name, not just here's the guys.
Well, that was the direction they were going. They were, Degeneration X. They were taking over. They got rid of Brett. We come right out the next row. We got a midget dressed as Brett.
Mm-hmm.
We're picking on him. The stupid fucking thing with Shawn Michaels' foot. Triple H is cutting promos talking about going to Sergeant Slaughter's house and fucking his wife. Like, all this brought to you by Milton Bradley's Karate Fighters, by the way.
And they have their bazookas as well. Speaking of Trips' pecker.
It's just such a weird, transition to, I guess this is considered the Attitude Era, but, the building is fucking small. It's the first thing I noticed. There couldn't be more than 7,000 people in that building. It's just such a weird time in the WWE. Or Sorry, I'm fucking old, so Netflix, my wife always has the closed captioning on, so I watched this with the closed captioning on, and every time they say World Wrestling Federation, the closed captioning writes World Wrestling Entertainment.
What? Yeah, because I think this was uploaded before, because I think at some point they switched it up to where you can say WWF but I think they just never uploaded whatever edits they made. I don't know. But in case you were wondering, this comes at you from the Springfield, Massachusetts Civic Center with an attendance of 6,358. So you are correct there, Matthew, less than 7,000. But they were rocking there in the Civic Center.
They were rocking. I had a kid in a fucking Troy Aikman jersey in like the 5th row on hard camera. It was really fucking me up, making me feel old.
Yeah, it's look, man, again, this is my first time watching this. This is slightly before I started watching wrestling. I was 4 years old, I believe, when this show aired.
That's right in your wheelhouse. This is every 4-year-old should be watching this.
Oh man, I mean, sucking bazookas, the Goldust stuff here. I mean, we're gonna get into it. But in watching all of this stuff chronologically, in parallel with the WCW stuff, the whole NWO versus DX like debate that I've always seen online, it's crazy that it's even a discussion. Like watching it in hindsight, it's so clear that Triple H and Shawn Michaels just saw their buddies doing a thing and they're like, let's do exactly that, but green.
And also, like this, like you will see when you get there, like Road Dogg and Jesse James are not part of DX yet. Like this hasn't really it doesn't take off until after Shawn Michaels leaves.
Yes.
We had Rick Rude for a hot minute. He was there with China, and then the screw job happened, so he's on WCW and ECW and WWF all in the same week. And now, like, it's just these three. You know, I'm pretty sure we're like. And I was trying to do the math, right? Because there's that famous clip of them on Raw where China comes out and she's got the new tits. And I'm like, man, this is December 7th, and that was a Christmas episode of Raw. How long is it okay to get a breast surgery and then be out there on TV? Like everything's good in the hood.
I mean, why wait while they're fresh and right out the box? It's probably the best time to get out there.
Yeah, but isn't there I don't know, isn't there some kind of healing, or doesn't you have to keep them covered for infection?
I mean, maybe she just doesn't, maybe she can't bump. Maybe she can't take, face first bumps. But she doesn't really do that anyways.
Her to wear her tight gear though.
She's the ninth wonder of the world. So I think she can handle a little bit of snugness in the areola region.
I'm going to make a note because I do want to talk about her pants later in the show. I don't want to get ahead. I don't want to fuck up your flow.
No, jot that down. Hey, if you get
it's in the
yeah, go ahead.
Did I get new what?
No, I was gonna say, if you get new tits, do you get to pick out your nipples? I would assume so, right?
Yeah.
Or is it just the size? Is it just like default nips, or can you get in there and be like, I want this color, I want this diameter, I want this texture? I don't know if you have any knowledge on that subject.
I think I don't, but I think they just put silicone bags in your breasts. I don't think your nipples and stuff change.
True. So they don't just cut off that area of your chest and then make a new one.
No, I think they make an incision underneath by your breastplate, and then they stuff them in there.
Sure.
But now I don't know if silicone is still a thing now, in 2026. 97, definitely.
Oh, yeah. They were just getting bags of sand and throwing it in there, I think, at this point. So,
right on. I had a fucking robot do my hernia surgery in fucking an hour and a half. So I don't know how it works now anymore.
A robot did a hernia surgery on you?
I mean, there was a doctor who performed
controlled
the robot, I guess. I don't know.
So they didn't just throw you on a conveyor belt and be like, all right, beep, bop, boop. See you later.
Don't know. They fucking knocked me out. I was a wrap. I woke up and it was done.
Well, you're still here, and God bless that.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people would feel differently about that.
Well, you know who is not with us anymore is Jim Neidhart. Did you know that he was a part of DX for a night?
Yes, I do recall that.
Didn't know that. Didn't know. A new thing I learned. I think he fit pretty well too out there in the black jeans. Could have been special.
I don't know. I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but I think I've watched more wrestling than the average human being, but I've also not remembered a lot of it.
Right.
But when they do the promo package setting up the main event, I would have paid good money to see the Anvil Ken Shamrock and Sergeant Slaughter against DX in a 6-man tag match.
Ooh. Is it still a boot camp match, though? 6-man boot camp?
No, I think that's like the I think they do that leading to the boot camp, you know. Just a regular six person action.
I like that. That's the kind of action I like. But before we get there, just a little tease for later. We got some boots later in the show.
Do we ever?
Ooh, baby. This show opens up. Or I think, I could be wrong. I think this is the first In Your House that doesn't have the house set up on the stage. Maybe Bad Blood didn't. I don't remember. But we're transitioning to this period that we know now, because before it was just the big four and then a couple of In Your Houses, like little, 2-hour shows. But now it's like a big, thick pay-per-view. 8 matches, by the way, which was pretty refreshing. I will say.
Like compared to the current
yes
state of professional. Yeah, it's nice, right?
In the same amount of time, too, if not a shorter span of time to get double the matches. I did not mind it.
Right. Half of them ended in a DQ. So that was fucking great, too.
That's a whole bag of hammers we're going to get into. Don't you worry, pal. Don't you worry.
Bag of hammers.
Yeah, cling clang. But speaking of cling clang, we got Taka Michinoku. We got the Light Heavyweight Championship on the line, the inaugural Light Heavyweight Championship. It's the finals of a tournament, an 8-man tournament. Taka Michinoku versus Too Sexy Brian Christopher. Do you have any recollection of any of the other competitors in this tournament? Their double T?
I know Crowbar was in it.
Yes, sure was.
And I think Scott Taylor was in it.
Semi-finalist. He was taken out by Kane.
I mean, look, better late than never. Fucking WCW was tearing it down with the cruiserweight division. So at the end of almost 2 full years later, we're gonna roll out these light heavyweights. Jeez, could you fucking get any worse?
You could, if you take a look at who else could have been in this finals here. So
hold on. Aguila.
Yes, S.A. Rios, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
Aguila, Super Loco.
I don't know who Super Loco is.
He is. Come on, you know who Super Loco is. Think about it for a second.
Super crazy, is it?
It sure is super crazy. Because he's Mexican.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Got Taka Michinoku. Does your cat have thoughts on this?
I don't know. I hear something, but I don't see. Oh, it's the curtain. Sorry. Never mind.
Well, speaking of curtain,
it's nice
we got
up here. It's like 73 today. I got the windows open. It's bizarre, as the British Bulldog would say.
How bizarre?
Bizarre.
I mean, yeah. Like
I don't know who Eric Shelley is. Eric Shelley doesn't have a Wikipedia. I just looked. No fucking clue. He could have been the guy in the third row.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. Flash Flanagan's here.
I'm aware of Flash Flanagan. I know who that is.
And of course, Too Sexy Brian Christopher.
Yeah, you love it.
The future Grandmaster Sexay. And we had Too Cool about to face off here in the semifinals. Scotty Too Hottie versus Brian Christopher, Grandmaster. But like I mentioned, Kane took out old Scotty, and that was none to be. So I guess old Jerry's kid just got a bye to the finals. Wow.
That's not fucking nepotism.
No, not at all. I mean, Jerry Lawler on commentary is really reminding us that he is not his son. They have different last names.
Well, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that might be from the very short-lived heel Jim Ross thing. Or have we not got there yet?
No, we have. It was very are you talking about Dr. Death heel Jim Ross, or
when he brought it? Are we there yet? Did he bring? Yes, he brought in Fake Razor and Fake Diesel. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that was part of. I could be 100% wrong.
Well, I mean, we're still making homages to. The Jerry's kid chants throughout the arena. Jerry Lawler's still, disproving that rumor. He's making it clear that there's no nepotism to be had here. So before we besmirch the name of Brian Christopher, let's get that straight. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was. I had to look it up. It was Paul Heyman. on the
Oh,
build up to the first ECW
right.
pay-per-view.
That's right. So do you think they were just never going to acknowledge it as a thing until Paul Heyman did on commentary?
I think it was something that was known in like the dirt sheets and stuff, and like the people who read the that in the early days of message boards. So I think like ECW at the time, leading into Barely Legal, like using that because Jerry Lawler would always call it extremely crappy wrestling.
Right.
Like that was like the ECW, like all the marks, smart marks. They knew all that shit. So I guess it was used to appease them.
Sure. Yeah. But, nepotism aside, because look, you were talking about WCW and the Cruiserweights, and yeah, clearly, like, I mean, looking at that bracket from an in-ring perspective, WCW is just head and shoulders above whatever this lightweight division is. But I will say one thing that I think WCW lacks in their cruiserweight division, maybe until Chris Jericho kind of explodes, they don't really have like a strong character over there, at least not at this point, late 97. And I think Brian Christopher is kind of that thing that separates the light heavyweights from the cruiserweights. Is that he's annoying, he's obnoxious, but I mean, I think it works for his character. He's a heel. Even the nepotism adds to it, I think. I kind of enjoyed his shtick here.
He's on his, if I mean, I know it's not on your list, but he is a very, very good heel in the USWA, like years before this. But yeah, no, but I mean, I see your point, but also there's nobody else in this division.
There's
So
Taka.
it's really not. Come on, man. In a couple months, he's cutting off peepees, okay? All right. There's nobody else in this. Like, who does Taka Michinoku defend the title against first? Is it Brian Christopher again?
I think they just forget about it for a little bit.
But they just had like they brought in the great Sasuke like a couple months ago. Why not have him in the tournament?
The great Sasuke.
All right, whatever you want to call him. I call him the great Sasuke.
That's what Jim Ross calls him. He loves to call him that.
The old tub of goo is fucking the thank you Jesus Shawn Michaels called him. Thank you Jesus.
You mean Girth Brooks?
Girth Brooks, what a jerk.
That's pretty funny though.
I don't think he likes McCain.
Thanks, Shawn.
Real but yeah, Brian Christopher, the character is fucking fantastic. He's also like the epitome of a light heavyweight. Taka Michinoku looks like he's 90 pounds fucking soaking wet.
A featherweight, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get any kind of weird racist jokes at the expense of
that's true.
Of the King.
Yeah, I guess there really wasn't any. That's kind of surprising.
I mean, him and JR were on fire, but I think the focus of what they were doing on commentary was that's your kid. Mm-hmm. You're fucking don't ignore it. He's cheating. Like father, like son.
Yeah.
It's my favorite match of the show.
This maybe the best light heavyweight title match ever. Genuinely. I mean, there wasn't that many, but like I thought this was really good, man. I mean, Taka's awesome. Brian Christopher's great. I thought they had good chemistry. I thought Brian being like the bigger light heavyweight versus the 90-pound soaking wet Taka, like that dynamic was cool. Taka's high flying. You got the Japanese media ringside, which feels like we've been there before on this show. I think you were on a ROH show where there was a lot of Japanese fellas ringside, but
it's possible. I also liked, and I had to look up Taka Michinoku's cage match, but I also liked that the match was very even, and it was just Brian Christopher making one mistake, and that's what cost him the match. Like I like a wrestling match like that. Like it's not all fucking high spots and nonsense. There's like selling. They're telling a story.
Yeah.
Maybe as a bonus, Kyle. Less than 3 weeks later, on Raw, Jerry Lawler and Brian Christopher take on Taka Michinoku, George the Animal Steel.
You could have given me 1,000 guesses. I would have not guessed George Steele.
That's a real thing. That's a real match.
So it seems like they if you're ever wondering why the light heavyweight division didn't take off, there's Exhibit A. There's Exhibit A.
He does not Where January 20th, 1998 is the first time he defends the light heavyweight title on TV, and it's on a Shotgun Saturday night.
Fucking course it is, dude. Good Lord. I mean, Scott Putski injured his leg, so he's out of there. You can't defend against him. Maybe ECW scooped up everybody else worth of shit. I don't know. But yeah, based on this match, you'd think it'd be like a constant thing. Maybe Vince just couldn't get past it. They're little. But I don't know, man. Like, yeah, it was a good match here. Brian Christopher busting his mouth open on a barricade in a brutal spot off the top rope to the outside, which I think kind of added to the match too. Him gushing blood as he's kind of pounding on Taka. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fun near falls, really close near falls. You got roll ups. You got Taka doing just enough high flying stuff to where it's not just high spot. Too sexy, dumps Taka on his head with a German suplex. But then, like you said, he's got control. Brian does. Goes for the top rope leg drop. Taka gets out of the way and hits the Michinoku driver for the 1, 2, 3. Your inaugural light heavyweight champion, Taka Michinoku. Hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I had no clue why all those people were in the ring to present him with the belt.
If there's anybody that understands Japanese light heavyweight wrestling, it's Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe, and it was Tony Gurria.
Tony Gurria. Yeah. Couldn't have fucking called in one Japanese person. You couldn't have reached into the fucking Mr. Fuji there.
Is that it? Yokozuna, bring him back.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Who was Al Snow? The Avatar, or no, Shinobi. Bring in Shinobi.
Yeah. For anyone.
Well, they had the Japanese media in the ring.
Oh yeah, Wally Gucci's son before he's cutting off peepees in a couple months.
Oh, is that who that was in there?
Yeah, that was his wife that Val Venus was giving the bologna sandwich to.
Bologna sandwich, huh? Whole sandwich.
Should have gotten up to make a sandwich for this next match.
Do ya? Oh man, here's the question.
I fucking hate the gang wars. I hate this, and this goes on forever,
dude. It's been going on forever for I don't know, maybe a year at this point. Like,
I don't know how you watch all this shit.
Here's my problem with the gang bullshit, right? With the Nation, the DOA, the Bariquas, Truth Commission in there. You could throw in there, whatever. It's like. There's no connection to the individual members. Like it's just here's some Mexicans versus whites versus blacks versus Africans. But there's no like when the match happens and you got two guys in the ring, like how do you possibly care against Mexican number 3 against biker number 2? Like there's no like nothing to follow. It's just like the macro idea, the overarching thing is like, okay, I kind of get it. But then like the second to second wrestling, it's like who could possibly care about it? And the crowd didn't care here. They've never cared about any of these gang matches.
That they do care about Miguel Perez Jr.'s hygiene.
I think it's less about his hygiene and more about the grooming. But maybe that's connected.
That's fair. But at least they know who the fuck he is. I couldn't tell you who Jose Estrada Jr. and Jesus Castillo Jr. were if I fucking tripped over him.
But at least Savio's out there, not wrestling. Thank God. But Savio's out there. They know Savio.
Yeah, of course. I would be nice if Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler knew the difference between 8-ball and chains and skulls, but I guess what's it? 8-ball and skull?
Do you know the difference between 8-ball and skull?
One of them is Brian Lee and the other two are Nazis.
Okay, but like if you're looking at them, do you know who which bald Nazi is which?
They are wearing biker vests with their fucking names on them.
Oh, are they now?
Yes, on the front of the vest, it says their fucking name.
I don't think I've ever watched it closely enough. I always tune out when I see these motherfuckers. I don't think I've ever really watched closely enough to
I mean, look, to be fair, Kyle, it wasn't like I got up and I was like, oh, I need to know who that is. I just kind of noticed it like, oh, his name is on the front. But I guess if you listen to any Jim Ross podcast, he watches the monitor. He doesn't watch in ring. So yeah. I guess he doesn't like stick his face in the monitor. Or maybe that's what he's trying to convey, like, they're Bella Twins Twin Magic before that was a thing.
Sure. Also, like, does it matter who's who at the end of the day? Is the question.
Right, they're still Nazis, so we don't like them.
Are they all Nazis? Is Chains a Nazi?
I don't think so. I don't think I know that the Harris brothers have the SS tattoos.
Come on.
I don't think Primetime Brian Lee is, though.
Primetime Brian Lee, under Faker in the house here, folks.
I love me some Primetime Brian Lee.
You more of a Brian Lee or Brian? Who was Crush? What was his name?
Adams.
Is it Brian Adams? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
You more of a Brian Adams or Brian Lee guy?
No, Brian Lee. Primetime Brian Lee.
What about Brian? Who's Raph?
Brian Clark.
Brian Clark. Brian Christopher. Those 4 Brians. Which Brian's your favorite?
Oh, that's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
I might have to go with Brian Clark. He's jumped on the podcast a few times. He's a nice guy. Who doesn't like Adam Bomb?
I'm more of a Wrath guy myself.
Still the same, but still the Brian Clark.
Yeah, just not throwing the footballs into the crowd, but yeah.
Right, and also like putting out this like misinformation as a child, where I think like all these people died at the 3 Mile Island thing, only to find out later as an adult not a single person died. So like he was presented as like the sole survivor of the 3 Mile Island meltdown. Cool. I mean, in 1995, yeah, and he used to throw the footballs into the crowd.
Oh, with the pyro with the mushroom cloud behind him? Oh, God, what happened? Nobody has mushroom clouds anymore.
Maybe that should become a thing.
Bring back the mushroom. Somebody's got to have a mushroom-based gimmick. Mario.
I'd rather
something.
Freddy Fungi. There we go.
Freddy Fungi. All right, we'll cut this out so nobody steals it. But we'll run that up the ladder and make it happen. We'll do what we can.
Fucking like Luigi Primo stealing my gimmick.
Hey, I didn't know Crush, because Crush just left a few weeks before this. He was written off by Kane, who came out and just like Scotty Too Hottie, Kane came out and pile drove Crush to WCW. Apparently as a protest to the Montreal screw job. I had no idea that's why he left.
Oh, okay. I like that. I can respect that. I respect that, Brian Adams.
Yeah, I mean, all the more reason to be a Crusher. We respect Crush here.
Which version? You want Kona Crush? You want Foreign Sympathizer Crush? You want Jailbird Crush? Or
Jailbird Crush?
Or this version of Crush?
I like. Can I go Chronic? I know he's not Crush then.
Well, that's a whole different company, buddy.
So he's still Brian Adams. You just said it. Well, that's not Brian Adams. That's Brian.
But he's not a Crush.
Once a Crush, always a Crush.
Yeah, but he's not. He goes over there as fucking Brian Adams. Wrath. No, he's not Wrath.
See, it's very confusing.
You confused me. Confucius says, man who likes Crush also likes Wrath.
See, you could have been in there with Taka. But
could I? I'll tell you what, the only redeeming quality of this match is the Miguel Perez sell job. I can't tell you a fucking move, Kyle. I can't tell you anything that happened except he goes to jump off the rope and he lands super awkwardly. Part of me thinks it was supposed to be a work, but he hurt himself.
Did he now?
Or he's just a really good seller. I don't know, because when he comes in for the finish and he does this little somersault kick to the back of the dome, he gets up pretty quickly. But then as he's leaving with his compadres, he seems like he's still limping a bit.
I think that's called a thug walk. I think that's just how they walk.
Like a crip walk.
Crip walk, but it's the Bariquas. So it's the...
Right. It's a chicken walk? What is it?
Chicken walk. No, that'd be a Japanese game.
What kind of racist things can we say about Puerto Ricans?
We can come up with it. Crip walk. It's the taco walk. I don't know.
I don't know either. He was just limping though.
Crip walk across the border. Yeah, he was limping. And I don't know. It did look, I mean, a great sell to your point. I kind of bid on it because I didn't really know how this match finished. So I was like, oh, maybe he's just out of there.
Also, like, now I don't know. Maybe when I was, 17 years old and I was watching this, I had no qualms about it. But like watching it now, like Savio Vega knows the rules. Like he can't just put himself in the match. The nerve of this fucking guy to think he can just do whatever he wants. Good for this referee to not let him back in there.
Maybe he was just banking on the referee to not know the difference between them.
Now it's happening on the other side of the ring.
Sure. But Savio took the chance. He's like, oh, maybe this ref is racist and he thinks all Puerto Ricans look the same. So, but to his demise, this ref was not racist, at least not towards Puerto Ricans. So,
no. And he got duped, man. He got duped, and that's why the Boricuas won.
They get the win here, like you mentioned, with a Houston hangover of sorts to chains from Miguel.
It'll be like a Honduras hangover.
Honduras, is that in Puerto Rico? I think so, right?
Know, but
that's the capital.
It's probably closer to Puerto Rico than Houston.
Horchata hangover. Isn't that like a drink? Horchata?
Wrong wizard, dude.
Oh, we'll go ask.
Kevin loves Mexico, not me.
Him and his Mexicans. So, but yeah, the Boricuas get the win here. Hey, it's not a DQ, so that's something.
We're 2 for 2. This goes downhill real fucking fast with this no DQ bullshit.
No. We got some momentum going. This show is red hot, and we're gonna keep it going. And who better to keep it going than Butterbean in this nuts? What's the deal with let me ask you this. Who sounds more like a pussy? Butterbean, Mike Tyson, or Dan Severn?
Like when they speak?
Like their voice.
Mike Tyson.
Really? I think he's the less pussy of the three. Maybe.
Really?
Maybe I'm just used to Mike Tyson. Maybe it's just more like there's more charm to it with him. But Butterbean is nubby. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get Marc Mero. I'm gonna knock him out. What the fuck is this? Just don't talk. Get a manager. Get Mr. Fuji out there to talk for you or something, man. Like, come on.
I don't know. I think there was this like Butterbean. You had to be there, right? I think this is a perfect example of you had to be there. Butterbean at the time, right? 1997 is huge because these fucking UFC was banned everywhere, right? They had it in like fucking Denver and like South Carolina, right? So, and no fucking pay-per-view providers carried them. But these tough man contests, and he does not. He looks like some fat fucking slob. But then he goes in there, he beats the dog shit out of people, and he has like a personality. He wears the fucking the USA flag, pants, trunks, whatever he's doing, and he's knocking mofos out. Like he became like one of the first like internet like legends.
On Jackass.
Butterbean. What?
He was on Jackass. He boxed Johnny Knoxville in like a video store or something. That's how I got
he was
introduced to him.
huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And he hasn't beaten up Bart has he?
Not yet. That is next year.
Okay.
But
okay. And also like look. Sable doesn't have eyes for Butterbean. Why are we trying to do this narrative?
Are you sure?
I think Butterbean had eyes for Sable, but I don't think Sable was. I think she just wanted out of the relationship she was in, and Butterbean seemed like he could teach Marc Mero a thing or two. I don't think she had. She might have had lust in her eyes, but I don't think she had love in her heart for Butterbean.
Yeah, I mean, if she went with Brock Lesnar, I don't think Butterbean's too far away from that aesthetically. If you like squint your eyes and look at the two of them really quickly, they're kind of the same person.
Yeah, it's me and Marc Mero too.
Yeah, exactly. The wild man, or sorry, the marvelous one, Marc Mero.
I completely forgot about this this match and this era of Marc Mero.
Yeah, it came on pretty quick because he was the wild man for a little bit, winning the IC title with the Shooting Star Press. It was going pretty good for him, and then he injured his knee, I believe. Was on the shelf for several months, comes back, has the boxing shorts, he buzzed his head, and is now leaning more into his Golden Glove boxing background. So he was doing that for a bit on Raw. squashing some tomato cans. And then 1 week on Raw, Butterbean was in attendance to the umbrage of Marvelous Marc Mero, because he goes up to Butterbean on Raw. He's like, hey, who'd you ever beat? You're not a real boxer. You just beat it. You're just a street fighter. You just fight people under bridges. I'm a legitimate Gold Glove champion. How dare you disrespect my craft? I'm going to show you what's what. Let's get in the ring and put your dukes up and bang, bang, boom. And then that's why we're here. Boxing match.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. We are all in the same agreement that wrestling is choreographed.
Arguably.
You can't do that with boxing. You can't.
Yeah,
that first round where Marc Mero's like halfway out the ring and Butterbean goes to hit him, it's fucking completely whiffs, and Mero falls out and he sells it.
It's his Butterbean's punches. They're like shotguns. There's like a bloom around it. You know, you get close enough. It's like a grenade. You get close, you still feel the impact.
Yes.
But yeah, the fact, because it's a four round boxing match, 2-minute rounds. They got the boxing, like the corner pads. They got the little ropes on the ropes on the ropes. They got the little things on the ropes. They made it look like a boxing ring.
Yeah. They did a nice job.
I like it. They got the the cornermen. They got the lower third, saying who's wearing what in the round. So they did a lot. They put a lot of effort into making the aesthetic feel like a boxing match.
The punch accuracy,
which Jerry Lawler in his analysis was so valuable in this one, I thought.
I will tell you, because I don't ever go back and watch these, man, Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross were good together.
They're great, and they're not even at their peak yet, man. They're newly a duo. Good. And
I could have done without this, Kyle. Could have done without this, buddy.
Look, I was enjoying it for a little bit, man, because we get in there, and you mentioned it. Mero's been because Sable's become the star of the pair in real life, and they've manifested that into a storyline, which Mero is jealous of her. He's borderline abusing her. You were looking at Butterbean. Don't look at that guy. Look at me. And then he kicks her to the curb at one point on Raw, but she's still there with him. I don't know. So she's there. It's like the crowd's not into this, I will say. They're more into Sable than the match itself, which sure, why not? Like you said, it's hard to make a shoot fight, quote unquote, look legitimate in the context of a pro wrestling show. They've done it with I guess the Brawl for All was real, right? Wasn't that a shoot?
Yes, it was. That's why everybody got hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Which that I guess looked better, maybe. I don't know. But even with the stuff like, I know AEW did some bullshit with like Wardlow and Jake Hager where they had like an MMA fight and it looked like dog shit.
Stupid.
And I'm sure there's more examples. I feel like they've done a lot more boxing matches. I can't think of any for whatever reason.
Sure. Piper and T at WrestleMania 2.
Right. You can even go Aki Bono, Big Show, sumo wrestling.
There you go. That a boy.
It's not the kind of sumo I like watching. That's for sure. So, but
yeah, fair. But what are the fucking rules? Like, there's all these shenanigans post bell, but the low blow is the disqualification.
Well, if it's within the bells, you can get DQ'd, but in between rounds, I guess anything's fair game. Marc Mero's he's punching him in the back of the head after the bell, after Butterbean turns around after round one, when Butterbean dominates him. And, round 2 happens. Marc Mero starts off with a flying knee to the back. Which I don't remember if that was during the round or right before the round. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. It's all shenanigans. It's all shenanigans. It's nonsense.
And there's an eye rake in here, which begs the question: can you rake an eye wearing boxing gloves?
No.
You sure? Because Butterbean, he was blind. He didn't know where he was.
I mean, I give him credit. He sold his balls off, but come on.
He just turns around.
They're fucking round gloves. Can't rake anything with them.
They got thumbs on them, though.
Yeah, well, they have a guy in the corner that shoots fucking water into your mouth because he can't pick up a fucking water bottle because he got boxing gloves on.
I guess. You make a good point.
This sucked. Butterbean won. It was fucking stupid. He hit him with the fucking stool.
I mean, Butterbean, he was dominating him. He was buttering the biscuit of Marc Mero, some may say.
Oh.
Yep. The butter, he was red hot. You could say the butter was melting. That's all I got. Marc Mero gets knocked out at some point. Like in the third round, he gets knocked out, but then the bell rings. I don't think the bell ringing after you're knocked out saves you. I think you still... Maybe I'm wrong. I don't watch boxing, but I feel
I think the term "saved by the bell" is just for that.
But it's like if you're in the corner, you're upright, you're trying to defend yourself, you're about to get knocked out, and then the bell rings. I think that's getting saved by the bell. But I think if you're just flattened, I think you're still like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a boxer. Don't like box.
WWF tough man fight, so who knows what the fucking rules are?
Yeah, you make a good point. But then the fourth round,
once in a while.
Fourth round happens, final round. Butterbean knocks him out, or he knocks him down. Mero gets on his knees. Low blow to Butterbean. DQ finish. And like
unreal.
Cracks the stool over Butterbean's back and ski daddles. I think it was about as good as it could have been, but I don't think that bar is very high. That's how I'll describe this.
That's fair. All right. Again, context, 1997, I'm sure this was a big deal.
I mean, apparently it was good enough for it to be the prize for the Brawl for All for a WrestleMania match.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
So who are we to say? But that, so are you familiar with the ink blot test there, Matthew?
Yeah.
Where they like show you something and you say the first word that comes to mind?
Right. It's called the Rorschach test, isn't it?
Sure. Let's run that bad boy. Just say the first word that comes to mind.
Freaks.
That's not the F word you thought of.
No, it definitely. This is. I couldn't. Luna's got some fucking bombs on herself.
Would you?
Yes, 100%.
Dressed like this?
I don't give a shit.
Let me mull that over for a second. I guess.
I mean, the Goldust isn't there, right?
All right, let's add the caveat that the chain is still there. He's not on the bed, but he's there.
But he's in the room? No, I'm out. I'm like, I can't do that.
What if he's quiet?
No, I don't want any part of him.
What?
This was so weird. I don't understand. I don't know what the fucking purpose of this was.
For those listening, so after that boxing match,
if you got to be watching this, you can't just listen. You got to watch.
I mean, throw the YouTube on for this, if nothing else. We got Luna Vachon. So where we're at in the timeline here. So Dustin Rhodes recently broke up with Marlena because she wouldn't let him be him. Hence the FU on his face, which of course stands for Forever Unchained. So he's no longer chained, but he's chained though. He's quite literally chained. So that's actually something we got to revisit. But yeah, so now he can be who he has always truly wanted to be, which, let's see, let's describe Goldust here. He's wearing a pink unitard. It's pink tights, pink tank top, I suppose, maybe a blouse.
It's just any person you would see on the subway in New York City in 2026.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, we got at least he had the foresight to cover up his genitals with some glitter of sorts. I don't know what that is.
I guess. And he's got fucking green eggs and ham with him. He's like a fucking transvestite Dr. Seuss.
That's exactly what he is. He's got like the mask, like it's not a Phantom of the Opera mask, but it's like a showgirl's geisha. He's a geisha, all right. He's out there chained by Luna, who's leashing him out there. She's painted like Goldust.
She looks great. She looks awesome.
Got some hitters on her. Also wearing pink and green. And I got the chain. They just come out on the stage and Goldust reads almost all of Green Eggs and Ham. Which apparently is a very long book. because it felt long as he's just reading it.
And he does it in this voice, right? Like,
yep. Yeah. Is this an overcorrection into the Attitude Era? Is this too much attitude? Is this like too much attitude? You know?
I don't even know what this is.
I don't know what the end game is. I think they're just they're going for shock value.
Yes. I mean, look, it's on pay-per-view, I guess. I really don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to accomplish outside of the fact that these two are fucking freaks. They would be furries in 2026. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the purpose is. They don't challenge anybody. They don't call out anybody. Nobody jumps them. They don't jump anybody. Luna just like gets mad at him while he's like 3/4 of the way through fucking green eggs and ham. She just pulls him away.
She had enough. That's
it. There's no Marlena doesn't attack Luna. There's no fucking point to this.
Yeah, you would think like Marlena would like, recruit somebody to fight on her behalf. Maybe have like a mixed tag situation. Maybe she recruits Vader, which maybe does that happen? I don't know. Seems like a thing that would happen or would be in the plans to happen because like Goldust and Vader are feuding at this point. Maybe they dropped it. I don't know. And there's no other women on the roster for Luna to fight, so don't know. It was interesting though.
Yeah, it's forever a mystery.
Forever unchained. And you'd think all right, we saw that. Let's get back to the serious business.
Right, yes. Let's get back to Hawk and his fucking boogers, please.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
What a series of poetry displays here on the show. We got green eggs and ham, and then we got the LOD backstage just yelling into the mic, as per usual. And then Hawk. What does he say about the booger again? I forget.
Well, the New Age Outlaws, they're like you ever have a booger and your fingernail just you can't get it, but you keep digging and digging. Well, the New Age Outlaws are the booger in his nose, and he's going to get it, and then he's going to roll it up.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what we do the boogers, Kyle, when we roll them up?
What do we do?
Roll them up and we flick them. The fucking Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, the most dominant tag team of the 80s and arguably some of the 90s, just cut a promo where they were going to flick their boogers, also known as the New Age Outlaws.
Do you remember how that promo finished?
Ah, what a booger.
Yep. That's not a joke, folks. That is genuinely how they put the button on this segment.
You can clearly see there's something wrong with Hawk. Like, he is medicated.
He's all good. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing.
Now, I don't know in the timeline of the New Age Outlaws, is this the first?
Like,
ladies and gentlemen,
this is like the third. So it's still very new. Yeah. It's very funny to be like, because everybody associates it with the, oh, you didn't know. But here it's like, oh, you didn't know. You might want to call somebody. Like, he didn't know that was going to catch fire like it did.
I'm the roadie, Double J.
Jesse James here. Yes, the New Age Outlaws are here. I don't even think they're calling themselves the New Age Outlaws yet. It is just badass Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg Jesse James coming out here to defend their newly won tag team titles against the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal. They won on Raw a few weeks ago through dubious means. They won the titles. They rolled up Hawk after like a chair shot or something. They sprinted out of the ring, got in their car, and got the hell out of there. So now is the rematch. Now the booger is primed to be picked. Someone would think, at least.
Yes. Pick them boogies. Can I ask you a question, Kyle?
Please.
Now, I've not been watching the year of 1997 in the WWE, WWF. But what I'm used to is when there's a tag team match,
Mhm.
Usually the one tag team is in the top left-hand
Oh,
corner of the screen,
dude.
and the other tag team is in the bottom right-hand corner. But in this particular match, they're flip-flopped.
You got one job. It can't be that hard. It can't be that hard. Maybe, I guess if the hard cam is on the other side, would they be in the right spot? I don't think
But
so.
it wasn't.
Well, like if you just don't know where the hard cam is. But yeah,
That's
you
what the
should.
referee's there for, right?
Yeah,
To tell you
maybe you should.
Also, like it's been that way in the WWF, the W forever. I feel like across all wrestling promotions. And I also thought it was weird that when the match started, that the Legion of Doom almost seemed like they were working heel, how they were just like preventing the Road Dogg from making the tag.
Yeah, it was all
Like, it was
topsy-turvy.
It was such a weird match. And they fucking trying to talk and they want to go attack them and they run in the back and then they come back out. They got to stretch. They got to do this. A lot of fucking gaga.
I don't mind the gaga too much because LOD comes out and the Outlaws make their entrance. Of course, Road Dogg's talking his way to the ring, calling them dinosaurs and whatnot. And then Hawk and Animal, because they hate them so much, they want to get at them so badly. They can't wait. They're not going to take this smack talk anymore. They sprint at them, which I don't mind that. It gives a sense of urgency and I actually hate these fellas kind of thing. And it kind of stretches the segment to let Road Dogg keep talking shit, which is his bread and butter, I would say. So, didn't hate it, but yeah, once the match happened, it was a hot start by the LOD. We got a Hawk flying off the apron. They're controlling the situation until they get to the outside. There's one point where Billy Gunn hits a low blow onto Hawk, and Road Dogg takes this big ass cooler from under the ring and smashes Hawk in the head with it. Pretty devastating.
Jerry Lawler is quick to point out it's a styrofoam cooler.
Well, you might not realize it if you're watching it, but he hit him with this cooler, and then Billy takes it again once the cooler is empty because everything's spilled out of it, and he just
all their sodas. Jerry Lawler is so upset. There goes our soda.
Not the sodas, all over the place. But yeah, it just very easily just punctures a Hawk's head, punctures through this styrofoam cooler, and maybe it was more of a mental game they're playing here. The Outlaws.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
definitely mental game. There was a point early on where Animal and Jesse James are running the ropes. Holy shit, is Animal running like a fucking freight train, man.
Whew, they are
fucking
wrecking balls, dude. I mean, the Road Warriors, they're before my time, but whenever I watch them, even here, which is like we're at the end here, but like I get it. Like they're fun to watch. They're, like you said, they're trains. They're a little clunky, but in a good way. I think even here, man, because like this is before LOD 2000 and that kind of bullshit. So I think there's still. What do you think? I mean, there's a sign here that says LOD is OLD, which is a lot of fun.
Right.
Do you agree? Where do you stand on the Road Warriors at this point? End of 97.
At this point, there's still some gas left in the tank.
I would agree.
Right? I was okay with it. I didn't think it was like, it's the second DQ that we've seen. I hate they completely like I don't understand how the camera kind of misses Henry Godwinn. Like the camera shoots it where you can see him coming down the aisle with the slop bucket. But then the camera kind of misses like him clocking Animal with it. Because both guys, like when he hits Animal, he fucking just falls backwards and drops whoever was on him. And then he goes to hit Hawk, or he knocks Hawk off the top rope, but Hawk like fucking no-sells it and grabs the bucket and just starts smashing everybody but Henry Godwinn, and that's how they get fucking DQ'd.
Yeah, because he was like Hawk was swinging it, trying to get everybody, even tries to hit the referee, which you can't do that. And at some point, I think he hits like Road Dogg or somebody, and then they get DQ'd. The LOD does due to Hogg's interference. So they are still salty at them breaking his neck a few months ago. Which I can't blame him.
That's a pretty good reason to be salty at somebody.
Valid. But yeah, the Outlaws, I guess they win by DQ and retain their titles. Then LOD celebrate like a couple of idiots. I don't think they understand that they didn't win the champion. I don't know. I don't know if they know what's going on at all, really. But
they're content with what they did.
Oh yeah, for a WWF tag team title match, this is about as good as it's gonna get. It's always an afterthought, but it seems like they're at least putting some effort into both acts here. So I don't know. And very early New Age Outlaws here. I think they're like one of the bright spots of the company at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
I would argue, because obviously not in DX yet, but I would argue that Road Dogg and Billy Gunn embody DX more than Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
I don't know, man. The promo before this next match is pretty fucking DX-ish.
You mean the Hunter Hearst Helmsley promo?
Yes.
He's got what do you call it? He's got a survival kit. Triple H does for his boot camp match with Sergeant Slaughter.
Yep, the comb with no teeth on it.
Sergeant's
Metamucil.
He's bald.
Prunes. Yep. Yeah. No, I get it. Yep. I get it. When he's done, he's gonna go finger blast Sergeant Slaughter's wife or whatever the fuck he said he was gonna do.
I think it was more of a fellatio situation. It was something about sucking his bazooka or something. So might be finger blasting as well, but I'm saying it was only made clear that a beager was on deck for Miss Slaughter. Man, where do we even begin here? We got,
boot camp match. This is the Sergeant's specialty. They do a nice package to kind of give you a little backstory of the Cobra Clutch and how dominant the Sarge was. This is probably my second favorite match.
Okay.
I wish they had kind of explained the rules to the participant, because early in the match, Sergeant Slaughter tries to pin Triple H outside the ring.
I was gonna ask, because I never watched the Iron Sheik boot camp match or anything, so this is popping my boot camp match cherry, so to speak. What are the rules to a boot camp match? Because like you said, they didn't really specify it, unless I missed it.
It's a no DQ match.
There's no referee in the ring though.
Right. I'm pretty sure there was a referee in the ring for the boot camp match back in the day. But maybe this is just a new thing. Like he's only there to slide in and count or call for submissions, check for submissions.
I mean, they couldn't
but
have
it's a no DQ match. Anything goes.
If they did a boot camp match in 2026, there'd be like ammo boxes ringside. There'd be AK-47s over here to hit your opponent with. There'd be.
Oh no, you don't need that. Less is more. It's in his name. He's Sergeant Slaughter. He brought down his whipping crop, right? And then when it was time to really fucking kick some ass, he took his belt off and he whipped Triple H like a bitch.
A lot of belting.
Right, and then fucking China gets involved. We got chairs. We got Sergeant Slaughter's got the powder. It's a little bit everything.
There is powder.
And also, like, they're really trying to put over, like, he's like been out of the ring for a while. He's 49 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Didn't AJ Styles just retire and he was like 50?
Yeah. Finn Balor's about as old as Sergeant Slaughter is here.
Fergal
Dev.
Yeah, and fucking Sergeant Slaughter's taking these crazy fucking bumps. That corner bump he does is awesome.
Dude, the pedigree bump at the end?
Yeah.
Ate that chair, or at least looked like it. So did his job.
Yeah. No, I thought I really enjoyed this. Triple H played such a great role as this conniving shithead little Degeneration X cocksucker, and Sergeant Slaughter just beat the shit out of him using his veteran prowess. But the numbers game, it's too much for the Sarge. China in her weird pants that looks like the hole is right by where her butt crack should be.
Easy access.
Yeah, but you didn't see any crack. No crack meat, as Tony would say.
Well, that's the magic. That's what we do.
That's the magic. Also, magic that she had all that powder in her eyes and she kicked him right in the balls.
Well, she wiped it out of her eyes.
There's still a lot, though. There was a lot.
It took her a little bit to get her bearings. She was staring there in the corner for a while.
blasted her with it. Bam!
I mean, Sarge has dealt with his powder in the day. Here's a thought.
Yeah.
Should it have been yellow powder, like mustard gas?
No, come on.
That would have been pretty cool, right? Because he's a sergeant.
No.
Why not? I think you're just think about it for a second.
No, it's wrestling. It's always
Here's the
powder.
mustard gas.
Can't be doing that.
I think it would have added to the
What
boot
do you
camp
want him to
match
fucking
too.
smear napalm all over somebody too next? Like, what are we doing here?
I wouldn't mind it.
It's not. It doesn't work that way, buddy.
He should have taken a bazooka and just blown Triple H to smithereens. Exploding barbed wire match. That's what this should have been.
No. This was perfect the way it was. I really enjoyed this.
It was solid. Look, Sergeant Slaughter at this, it's 49 or however old he was. That's in 1997. He's basically at the end of his life. So,
yeah.
And to your point,
where
really
you put
bumps.
this match in this card, you gave me Taka and Bryan, then a shitty 6-man that I didn't give a shit about, a fucking tough man match that I didn't give a shit about, a weird fucking Goldust vignette where he's doing fucking green eggs and ham like his fucking balls are in a vice. Then the Road Warriors and the badass and the fucking Billy Gunn or the Road Dogg. Now, like this, I'm like, all right, now we're gonna do some business here. No DQ, so I know this can end in a disqualification.
There you go. There you go.
It made
Clean
sense
finish.
to me. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I didn't mind it either. It was a very old school match. Like you said, Triple H being the shithead heel. We got belt shots. We got boot shots, which
got it all.
I might have asked you this before. The concept of taking your boot and hitting somebody with it.
Okay.
Why not just kick them?
That's a great question. I don't know.
It's a thought. It's a thought. We got that, and we got the Triple H wrapping the chain around his fist, which
Jane Chyna took it off her neck. Great.
Is that an homage to a previous boot camp match? It felt like it was.
Sure.
I would say it is, but I
sure.
could be
Back
wrong.
in the day, you weren't getting all crazy. We weren't using fucking light tubes and barbed wire baseball bats. It was, you usually get your hand a chain in the tights. You pull the chain out.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it. But yeah.
Use what you have on you.
Like you said, the number's just too much for the Sarge. Mr. Fuji, powder from China to Sarge. Or no, from Sarge to China. But China's able to recover at some point. A very stiff, low blow to Sargent, breaking up the Cobra clutch. Triple H, pedigree, on the steel chair for the 1-2-3 ski. DX gets the win on DX. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But something you don't have to love. You can. You don't have to. It's old Jeff Jarrett here, making his return to the WWF.
This was so weird. Just they made it his yeah.
Thoughts?
He just looks. He looks like a Brady Bunch member.
He has this big goofy jacket in the shape of a triangle.
That's 2 J's right there, Kyle.
Right, but the entire jacket itself. Like, I get it.
Well, he's fucking, he's a superhero.
Is he? Is that what he's going for?
I don't know what he's going for. This is so weird. And they're like, oh, the in-ring debut of Jeff Jarrett. I'm like, he was here like a year ago, 2 years ago. What are we doing here?
No. Double J was there. Jeff Jarrett is here. Jeffrey Jarrett is here, and he means business.
It's the same fucking guy. This made no sense to me. And they put him in there with the Undertaker.
It's not the same guy. He's wearing a singlet now. A short singlet. I guess he had worn a singlet before, but it's a short singlet.
I didn't. The most interesting thing I took out of this match is that they said Jeff Jarrett was 30 years old.
Was he really? I missed that.
That's what someone said on commentary.
And he's still going at it.
Yeah, Kyle, I didn't like this. I didn't care for it. I didn't need it. I don't give a shit about the Undertaker.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
this is all Kane Undertaker. That's what we're doing.
The fuck Kane comes out. That's fucking is Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins all over again. The whole fucking thing is red. You can't see shit.
It's pretty cool.
Kane fucking paintbrushes him once. That's it. All that to just fucking smack him and leave and make the cool fire.
It was pretty cool though. Big
It was
explosion.
you couldn't see shit. The screen looked like fucking Atom Bomb was there.
It looked. This is what the exploding barbed wire match should have looked like at the end. Like you said, you couldn't see anything. That's how big the flames were.
Yeah, it was awesome. But it's Kane's there, and he beats up Jeff Jarrett. Thinks him and Kane are gonna be a team all of a sudden, and then Kane fucking beats up Jeff Jarrett, so that's a DQ. And Jim, oh my God, he's taller than the Undertaker. He's taller than his brother. Good God.
Which. They're like, this is the first time they've come eye to eye in years. It was 2 months ago they came eye to eye. Hell in a Cell. You remember, Jim?
Yeah, I didn't care for this. I can't even tell you anything about the match.
Look, it was a boring match.
Yeah, he did old school, right? That's what the kids are calling it. He jumps off the ropes.
That's what the kids are calling it. Yeah, it was Jeff Jarrett. He came back. He had that like quote unquote shoot promo on WCW, and they've been building up his return to the ring, but every time he's about to debut on Raw, it's like, oh, you didn't have my water that I wanted in my locker room. I ain't wrestling without being properly hydrated. I'm Jeff Jarrett. Wow. And he needs an opponent with the star quality to be worthy of his debut. And what was it? I'm assuming it's the commish. Sergeant Slaughter was like, well, I got a guy for you. It's the Undertaker, who's making his return. We haven't seen Undertaker in the ring since Bad Blood when Kane debuted. So Undertaker's back, and he's looking a little, I don't know if it was by design. He was looking a little sad, a little unsure of himself. He was a little depressed Taker, some may say.
I don't know. Emo Taker.
And in the match, it was whatever. Jeff was sticking and moving, and then we got some leg work here, whatever. It's just Jarrett. But the story comes, lights out. Kane comes out, choke slams Jeff Jarrett, DQ finish once again. So we're 3 for 6 on the DQs. Undertaker, Kane face off. Kane slaps Taker, but Taker does not want to fight.
He will not fight his brother. He said he will never fight his brother. That's what it is.
It's family, Matthew. It's family.
I know. So, when we're going to fight? A ring of fire. Because what better way to settle your differences by burning each other to death?
It's just brotherly love.
This sucked, Kyle. I'm ready for the next segment.
Oh, no, I think we could stretch this out a little more. We got Jeff Jarrett here, the Pyro.
I gotta go pick up my car from the shop.
No, let's see here. We got Chop Block, Figure 4, Goozle. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The shitty choke slam from Undertaker. Yeah, that was a wrap. But man, don't worry. We're going to pick it up here. We're going to pick it up.
Yeah, it picks up. Business, as Jim Ross says, business is about to pick up.
We got Michael Cole in the crowd. Markle Cole with Mark Henry in the nosebleed section. I mean, sorry, the Milton Bradley section. What was it called? The Milton Bradley Rudy section?
Sweet. I don't fucking. It was stupid. It was so fucking dumb.
So Mark's been on the shelf, I think, for a while, but he's about to return. Michael Cole's like, when are you coming back, Mark?
Week or so.
A week or so, he says.
He said a week or so.
Very vague. And Michael Cole's like, hey, we got The Rock and Austin coming up. Who do you got winning this match? And of course, Mark Henry's like,
Stone Cold. Stone Cold's my guy.
Who else? So that's the thing. That's the thing that happened.
I wonder if that was like collusion. I don't know when Mark joins the nation.
It's got to be soon, right? If he's about to,
maybe
probably a week or so.
That's the big set. This was the big setup, right? People were like, "Oh, I can't wait till Mark Henry comes to the aid of Stone Cold Steve Austin."
Yep, that's what people are yearning for. More Mark Henry.
I'll take things no one has ever said for 500, Kyle.
Out there, sexual chocolate is in the house, and
he's guess what? 97, 96, 98. Mark Henry, nobody wanted.
He had one match and was just gone. Wasn't even that bad. Him and Jerry Lawler. wasn't good, but like it wasn't bad.
I didn't ask for it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But that leads us into the Intercontinental Championship match, which is just funny to say given who's in this.
Well, I also think they could have done a much better job of explaining that the Rock was not the Intercontinental Champion, despite the fact that he came out with the fucking belt.
Well, he stole it, that dastardly Rock. The Nation, they always steal things. The Nation does. The faction, the Nation, they all steal. And so he's not the champion, The Rock is, but he claims that he was the best Intercontinental Champion there ever was. So therefore, he deserves the belt. Austin is here. Technically the champion, but he's looking to beat up The Rock, take that belt back, take his property back.
Yep.
We're fresh off of the old pager segment,
Great segment. Great stuff.
The 316, and then Rock looks at his beeper, does the white. That is so corny, but it's so fucking good.
That's great.
I'm gonna say something pretty controversial. Hold on to your britches. The Rock and Austin, I think they have some good chemistry.
Oh,
don't shoot the message. I thought this was pretty good for what it was.
A little foreshadowing. Yeah, look, short and sweet, right to the point. Austin comes out with the truck. The Nation tries to beat him up. He takes care of the Nation. They fucking destroy the truck. They backdrop fucking D'Lo through it. They break the mirrors off. It's great. It's great. Again, at this point in the night, after the Jeff Jarrett Undertaker Kane thing, I'm like, I can't. This has to do something. This was highly entertaining. It wasn't some technical wizardry match. It was like a lot of action. Business picked up, and Austin hit a couple stunners just for funsies.
Yeah, no, it was. You got to think Austin's probably still kind of recovering from the neck injuries, so they didn't, like you said, it was short and sweet. Not too many crazy bumps or anything in this one, other than D'Lo getting stunned on top of the truck and whatnot. But yeah, man. I mean, Rock's got heat, dude. The Rocky sucks chant in the entrance. Oh, yeah. Woo! Just rocking that Civic Center. Everybody's into it. Everybody hates The Rock. Everybody loves Austin. It was a perfect just collision of bad guy, good guy type of thing. But we got more numbers game action. We got Nation ganging up on Steve. Everybody getting thrown into the truck, like you mentioned. But then finally they get in the ring. By the way, it's funny seeing the people's elbow just like, oh, you hit him with the elbow. Anyways, What's the next move? Very unceremonious elbow for a 2 count. And at some point, Austin goes for the stunner. He gets pushed away into Kama, who's on the apron. Austin backs up and accidentally stuns the ref. He thought Rock was behind him. Hate when that happens. And
but he still gets off another stunner on the Rock.
He does, yeah. It didn't really, I guess it only served the purpose of Rock pulling out the brass knucks, going to swing it at Austin, but Austin blocks it and hits the stunner onto Rocky. And I saw this, I was like, oh, well, the ref's down. There's going to be some chicanery happening. But no, just a new ref comes in. 1, 2, 3. See you later.
Jimmy Corderas to save the day.
It's not like nowadays. If one ref goes down, you ain't getting another ref for another 2 to 3 business days. So
yeah, it's like the UPS.
Sure is. But we got retaining the IC title. Steve Austin. He's got the belt back in his possession. Good stuff here. Rock and Austin. I mean, obviously, it's their first pay-per-view match, but I think we might have a few good ones to come here in the next coming years.
Yeah, I think you're right, buddy.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Jury's still out on that. But that brings us to the main event there, Matthew. We got
the
WWF Championship on the line. We got the champion, Shawn Michaels, defending against Ken Shamrock.
World's most dangerous man.
That's what they say. I did love the package, though, on Ken leading into this.
They did a great job. Another great job by the WWE production team.
Great package. Showcasing the intensity, the music bed behind it, showcasing Ken's intensity and all of his ankle locks.
He's in his zone, Kyle. The zone.
You ever in the zone?
All the time, buddy.
Stays
You've
in
been on the
zone.
show. You've been on the Wizards. I'm always
Oh.
in the zone.
Oh, I try to avoid that zone.
I don't blame you.
But we got Ken Shamrock, main event, world title. Is this his peak, would you say?
No way.
Jose?
No, he goes. I don't think so. He goes on. He's in the corporation. IC champ.
Right,
Feuds
it's
with The
IC
Rock.
champ. You know, he's
Yeah, but
fucking
I
his
mean-
sister.
Excuse me.
He's fucking his sister.
Oh, Ryan Shamrock. Yeah.
Right.
Well, you don't forget to nickname the world's most dangerous man by playing it safe. Okay.
Is that what makes him dangerous? He's done more condoms.
Yeah, man.
Maybe.
Dangerous. He fucks his sister. He's adopted and he's fucking his sister. That's weird. It's dangerous.
It is.
That's how families start in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's probably how Ken got here. But
yeah, I like
yeah.
this. I like this. As much as I hate Shawn Michaels, I will never take away the fact that he is great in the ring. Like, he sold his fucking balls off for Ken Shamrock. The spots in the corner where Ken's like kicking him and he fucking goes from the laying position to fucking straddling the ropes on his groin. Like, just great stuff. But it's the numbers game again. Like,
a lot of 3-on-1.
China, Triple H, like everybody's there, and this Ken's on a fucking island all by himself. And he's the ankle lock is, you know, his thing. He's going for the ankle lock.
What was that? Did he ever lock it in? The ankle lock in this match? I guess at the very end he did.
And that's how the DQ occurred. So yes, I guess he did.
Yeah. No, yeah, to your point. Yeah, they built up that ankle lock. Shawn trying to avoid it, but once he gets locked in there, Triple H, China, they storm in, beat up on Ken, DQ finish. We are 4-8 on DQ finishes this night, including the main event title match. That is certainly a choice. Otherwise, the match, it was fine. It didn't really blow me out of the water. I thought it was a solid match. I don't know if this is the top half for me on this show, but it was fine. It's cool seeing Ken Shamrock in the main event. I was always a big Shamrock guy. Shawn, I mean, we're right before he injures his back, so he's still rocking and rolling.
Yeah, he's still a dick though, because they edited it out of here. When it happened live, there is the forearm spot, I want to say, where he hits Michaels hits the flying forearm, where he jumps off he hits the ropes and comes back. I guess he's calling a spot with Shamrock, and Shamrock doesn't hear him, so he audibly screams it at him as he's running. And they just like they edited out the SummerSlam '96 thing where he's screaming at fucking Vader. They edited this out too, because I remember watching it live, and you could clearly hear him yell at Shamrock, which is probably not somebody you want to yell at, because he's definitely an unhinged human being.
It's the world's most dangerous man.
Yeah, that's not a gimmick, man.
Do you think that's, I mean, similar to Vader? Because once that happened to Vader was kind of out of the world title scene. Do you think that was a similar situation here with old Kenneth?
No. They have themselves in such a weird position, right? Because even Triple H and China, they fucking attack Ken after the match, and then a returning Owen Hart shows up, and we're like,
great.
Oh shit, we're gonna go this way now. Owen's gonna get revenge for Brett. But that is so fucking short-lived, right? Because Shawn wrestles Taker in the casket match, and then Austin wins the Rumble. So there's no world where Owen and Shawn Michaels ever really have like a feud over the championship, or Owen getting his revenge for Brett.
Yeah.
Right? Because then there's that weird, they do what? The Rumble, and then there's that weird No Way Out where Shawn is hurt. And they bring in the mystery fourth man, and I'm not going to spoil that for you.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Do you think if Shawn was not hurt in February, do you think we would have gotten Owen and Shawn then?
Yes.
That's probably the plan, right? Because it's definitely not like a WrestleMania. With Steve Austin, you got to think Steve Austin's the plan for Mania at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was the plan for Mania when Brett was leaving, because they all knew Brett was leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, and Austin's like been so clearly the top guy in the company, even at this point for a very long time. So I think if Austin's not in the picture, I think guys like Shamrock and Owen are probably bigger players in the main event scene for sure.
Yeah, and they end up being at the top of the mid card in 98.
Yeah, they're in the picture, sure. Yeah,
and Shamrock and Owen Hart and stuff. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this match. I kind of figured there'd be a DQ, but the Owen Hart return at the end was something I didn't remember. So I also remember that it didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I loved how, because, Shawn, like Triple H and China are beating up on Ken after the match, and then Shawn's just celebrating on the apron, and then just out of frame, Owen storms the ring, shoves Shawn off the apron through the announce table, leaps off the apron onto Shawn. Like, there's some good fire there from Owen, but yeah, I wish it would have, turned into something, maybe long form or whatever.
And I think like going into the Rumble, like Owen does that a bunch more, where he's attacking like Triple H and Shawn. But I don't think it ever really goes any further than that No Way Out of Texas bullshit.
I mean, I believe we do get Owen and Triple H at Mania, right? So
yes,
pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's something, but then
all right,
he's just a nation member after that, just a nugget after that. But speaking of nuggets, boy, I would dip you in some sweet and sour sauce and lick you all over. Appreciate you once again.
Thanks, Kyle.
Hopping on. Always a pleasure having you. I always appreciate you making the time to watch the show. Come on, babble about it with me. It's always a hoot. But if you want people listening, watching, if you want more hoots in your life, you better check out the Shining Wizards, because there's the hoots are aplenty over there. Where can everybody find, watch, and taste the Shining Wizards there, Matthew?
So I'm really pushing the YouTube lately. So it's youtube.com/The Shining Wizards. Every Monday night, we're live at 7:00, and then you can see the show afterwards on YouTube or listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. And we have guests, we play games, we talk about wrestling. When Handsome Kevin is on the show, you're guaranteed to see his wife run in the room and punch him in his testicles at least once.
Sure.
We just don't know when. It's very unplanned. Last week, she attacked him with a dildo, so that was pretty interesting.
Did we ever get to the bottom of was that her dildo, his dildo?
So I wasn't on the show, so I had to do some follow-up
That's right.
Work, and I had to text her and ask why she had such a large dildo and what it was for, and it was ended up being the sword dildo that Handsome Kevin has, that he prominently displays in his home. So it's just weird all around on the Wizards. So we got Jasmine St. Clair coming up as a guest on the 23rd.
Ooh, this will be out this Wednesday. Do you got any? What about on the 18th? You got anything? Or sorry, no, the 16th.
16th. Barnabas the Bazaar from Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Ooh, I like that. Was he an Oddities member or something?
He is the manager and mouthpiece of a tag team known as the Outbreak, and they are zombies.
Well, if that doesn't sell you on checking out the Shining Wizards, I don't know what will. Old Barnabas the Bazaar. Come on, if you're not watching Juggalo, you should be watching Juggalo Championship Wrestling, Kyle. Vince Russo is heavily involved now. You can see how almost 30 years later, nothing has changed. I experience it through you guys recapping it, and I think that meets my threshold of what I need from JCW.
I don't know if we do it justice.
I think so.
Right.
You assure that I don't watch it, so it's the opposite of plugging, I think. But
yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah. So
thanks. This was a lot of fun. I like any chance I can get to go back and watch old wrestling, I will do.
How do you think Hawk would end this show?
Well, Kyle, what you're going to do when you're done listening to the Apron Bump podcast, you're going to roll it up like a little booger.
Yep.
And you're going to flick it. Or eat it. I would eat it. Because I'm dead.
Once again, thank you to Turkey Tits for joining the show. Always a good time with my boy Matt. Go check out the Shining Wizards podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as live on YouTube and all of that good stuff. Go join the chat, join their Discord, join their brothel. Do all of those things. Do the same for me. Hey, you know what we got to do is hit that jingle, Bartholomew. WCW, ECW, WWF, who's the hardest promotion? Eric or Vince or Paulie? I think we can agree, though. Heck, Myers is the shit. Shaw, indeed. The hardest promotion battle of 1997 continues. WCW in the lead with 34 points. ECW in second with 17. WWF pulling up the rear with only 7 points. Pretty dire situation for the World Wrestling Federation, the reigning champions of the hardest promotion battle. But we do have 2 shows, including this one, to talk about, and we can see some pretty heavy swings pretty quickly, given the scoring and how all this all works, which we'll get into. If you're watching on YouTube, you can follow along visually. I'm sharing my screen here, but if you're just listening in audio, I will walk you through it with my words as well. Now, the first thing we got to do before we do anything is grade this show from a scale of 0 to 100. What are we thinking? I'm not thinking anything great. Let's see. Survivor Series got a 97. I don't think this was as good as Survivor Series, although I don't think it's drastically different. I'm thinking maybe like, look, I gave a 69 to November to Remember, but a 69 again feels right. Let me just put that in there and see how it tastes. What are we thinking? 69 for Degeneration X. Ground Zero got a 64. Definitely better than Ground Zero, I would say. SummerSlam got a 67. Was it better than SummerSlam, though? I don't know if it was. I think 68. I think it might have been just a hair, a hamster hair above SummerSlam 97. 68 feels fair for DX. Now we will go here, refresh the score, and still ECW maintains the highest average grade for their shows, their pay-per-views / special events. Therefore, they maintain those 15 points to their score. Now let's move on to best TV product. I will say WWF has ended strong. I think Raw is on the up and up, leading into WrestleMania, and then after Mania, I think we're just off to the races. But end of 97, the past month or so has been solid. I still think WCW is overall the more well-rounded TV show, especially when looking in the grand scheme of the entire year of 1997. I think you can't fuck with what WCW is doing. And really, all I'm personally watching is the Nitros, the Raws, and the hardcore TVs from ECW. And among those, I don't know, you tell me, if I factored in like Pro, like WCW Pro and Worldwide and Saturday Night, I still feel like all of that would be better than what we're getting on Shotgun Saturday Night. Am I wrong? I still feel like that's a solid case. But even just the flagship shows, I feel like Nitro is just such a well-paced, fun show to watch, easy watch, good wrestling, engaging storylines. WWF has some fun stuff at the top. Outside of that, it's just not the more well-rounded show. And like I said before, ECW is kind of more or less a highlight package with some promos. Fun watched in its own right, but I think Nitro still maintains best TV. So they keep those 15 points. Best in-ring and best out-of-ring. Currently, we are tracking WCW as the leaders in those as well. In this, best in-ring, I definitely think we're going to leave as WCW. I mean, even looking at this show, like there was some solid stuff, but man, it's just like, even if you like compare the cruiserweights to the light heavyweights, or you compare like the mid card to mid card, like WCW is just the best right now. Well-rounded, similar to their TV product, just a more well-rounded promotion in terms of in-ring, whether it's the cruisers, the heavy guys, the tag teams. They just got it all. ECW does their ECW thing well, but they're just, if we're just talking bell to bell action, I think WCW still holds on to this. Best out of ring, though. Let's think about it for a second. I still don't think ECW's in the running for this. Not above WCW, in my opinion, but does WWF, have they done anything to bring consideration to put WWF as the best out of ring product? Because we got Steve Austin and Rock doing some good stuff, and we're factoring in the entire year. So you got the the Hart Foundation, Steve Austin stuff, the Shawn and Brett stuff, Taker, Kane, the most recent iteration of the New Age Outlaws, but you also got to factor in the Rockabilly stuff and the Jesse James stuff. Again, I think just WCW has just had the better all-around year for out of ring, for characters, for storylines, promos, all of it. Pretty much across the board. I think WCW's king here. So we'll leave it. So they'll maintain those 10 points for now. But again, if you're listening and you disagree with any of this, please leave a comment. Hit me up. Let me know if I'm overlooking anything or just not looking at it from a certain perspective. But I think WCW right now is kind of leading all of those overall criterias. But let's zone in a little deeper. Let's look at the best of the year. Best match of the year. So far, we are tracking Brett versus Austin at WrestleMania. I don't think anything since then has been better. Or since the last show we talked about, which was November to Remember. So yeah, nothing since then was better than that. So WWF holds on to those 5 points. Wrestler of the Year, Eddie Guerrero. Yeah. You could throw Shawn in there, maybe. You could throw, not Brett, I don't think, not 97. I don't think you could throw Brett in there over Eddie. You could throw Steve Austin, potentially. That's about it. Yeah, I think Eddie holds on to this one, Wrestler of the Year. So WCW keeps those 5 points. Best character / storyline of the year, we're tracking Stone Cold. I think this show just amplified that even more. So yeah, we're definitely going to leave it as Steve Austin for character of the year. Segment of the year, Jerry Lawler debuting at WrestlePalooza for ECW. WWF has some fun segments here, especially with Steve Austin. I mean, Stunning Vince. The segment with him bringing the truck into the arena on Raw was pretty fun. I don't know. DX bringing out midget Bret Hart. That was something. That's not segment of the year, though. The Goldust stuff. I don't know, man. Yeah. Any other segments that come to mind that you think could be at least in contention? Please let me know. But I think Jerry Lawler appearing at WrestlePalooza and just wrecking shop. Every time I think about it, it just tickles me. Jerry Lawler in his dumb crown in the ECW arena. It was just sensational stuff. Great energy, great heat. And that was great. So we'll leave it at that. ECW keeps those 5 points. Worst match of the year. We're moving on to the worst section now, ladies and gentlemen. Worst match of the year. We're tracking right now the tables and ladders match from November to Remember between Sabu and Sandman. Nothing on this show was worse than that. You could argue like the Butterbean Marc Mero stuff, but I kind of enjoyed it. I wouldn't throw worst at that. Yeah, really nothing else is really striking me as bad. No, yeah, I think we'll leave it as the tables and ladders match, Sabu and Sandman. Worst wrestler of the year, Prince Iaukea. He just recently returned to Nitro at this point and beat... Who did he beat? I just fucking watched it and I already forgot because Prince Iaukea sucks. Who in God's... He fought somebody. It was like an upset. Was it like Ming or something? I don't know. But Prince Iaukea is back and he's doing the same bullshit. He stinks. That TV title run stunk. Anybody from this show? Worst wrestler of the year. You throw like the DOA in there, Savio Vega, Crush, Chains. Jeff Jarrett. No, not Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, no, we're gonna leave it at Prince Iaukea. And these last two, I think, are pretty much set in stone. Worst character / storyline of the year. Not Prince Iaukea again. Brian Pillman cucking Goldust is the worst storyline of the year. Worst segment of the year, Miss NWO from Sold Out for WCW. I think those two are pretty locked in. Is there any other bad characters or storylines? I mean, this Goldust stuff is pretty bad, but that still kind of is bundled up with this. It's still WWF ultimately, so it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, Goldust has not had a banner year in 1997. That he has two separate segments or two separate like storylines that are in contention for worst of the year. That is something. That is something. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. With that, no change to the score this time, folks. WCW still with a 17-point lead on the second place ECW. But we will see what happens with Starrcade. Starrcade is a very explosive show, not looked at very fondly by a lot of people. At least the main event. I'm not too smartened up to the rest of Starrcade though, so it'll be a surprise to me. I don't know what to expect really for the rest of the show. So, and then we'll have the finale for the hardest promotion of the year. We'll take a look back at. Is there a blue dot on my face? We'll take a look at the year. We'll kind of revisit some stuff, maybe rethink some things, maybe rethink some criteria. Maybe we'll look at some lists that other people have done. Maybe there's some perspectives that I haven't really thought about. Obviously, it'll be a live show, so join the chat, give your thoughts. Maybe I'll set up like a voicemail system for people to give their opinions. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you're following me on all the social medias, and that'll be abreast very, very soon, folks. Like I said, we only got one more show for 1997, and then that is a wrap, baby. So with that, that's all Daddy has for you guys today. Appreciate you guys joining. Love you. Big smooches. Mwah. I'm hard.
Yeah. And the hardest, talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what hard is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started. It's the hardest, talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what hard is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started.